So, what's up, guys? This is your boy Bo Reason from VoLife, and this is another episode of Thoughts of a Blerd podcast. It is a late day in September, and September is almost over, and we're about to head into October very, very soon. The season of autumn is here. Halloween is coming up, and I cannot wait. I have 3 girls, so I cannot wait to dress up and look crazy to embarrass them. And today, first I wanted to apologize. I haven't done an episode in like maybe about a week. I want to say maybe a week and a half now. Well, we're going to talk about the drunkest day I have ever had. And get this, I had this day while I was about 13 or 14. I kid you not. I am 34. I had this in my teenage years. I was drinking and hanging out with my older brother, a friend around the corner who was very bad. Rest in peace. That's my homeboy. Very good guy, but you know, he did pass away some years back. And then another friend of mine who I don't talk to anymore. All 4 of us, we were like the 4 horsemen of the neighborhood. Like, we were always drinking, out late at night, causing trouble, hanging out with girls, and you know, a whole bunch of just crazy stuff we probably shouldn't have been doing around this age. I was like 13 or 14. I was just bad as hell. Like, that's probably why I don't do anything now, is because I lived all my crazy stuff like in my young teenage years. Like, I wasn't even in high school yet doing crazy stuff, hanging out till like 2 o'clock in the morning on a school day. But let's just get straight into the story. So my friend, let's say we're gonna give people fake names here, except for my brother, because you know he doesn't really care. So it's my brother John. Then I have a friend named my older friend. Let's just say his name was Brandon, and a younger friend. Let's call him Nick. So it was Brandon's prom night, right? So I'm young. I'm like, yeah, let's go. So he invited us all to go. All 4 of us were going to, you know, to his room. He had a girl that he was talking to at the time, and he was taking her to prom, which it wasn't nothing like that. We were all just there to party. So it wasn't nothing like, you know, we were trying to get on her or nothing like that. We were just, you know, coming to drink and have fun. But we get to the room, and Brandon and my brother John, they go off to the bar. Now, mind you, they're not even 21 yet, but this bar, like, I guess they must not have cared, or maybe my brother and him looked older, so he was just giving them drinks. Like, I heard they were giving like the blue MFer and, you know, shots and stuff like that. So they were downstairs getting drunk. Me and my friend Nick, we had the baby face, so we knew we couldn't go get drunk. But we had bought all this liquor in the room, but we had no chasers, and they were down there for a long time. Like, it was just me, Nick, and Brandon's prom date. We were just in a room just talking, and we're like, man, we want to get drunk too. So we was like, we about to drink all the liquor. Oh my God, that was the worst decision of my life. So I think I was mixing. I started off with clear. I don't even remember what it was, but I started off with drinking clear liquor, and I'm young, so I'm taking it back. Nick is getting drunk too, so we're just getting plastered. You know, we're just having a good time. That is around the time I blacked out. I've never drank this much already, so I blacked out. And then I woke up. My brother was back with Brandon, and another guy was in the room that we knew, just random, and they're all laughing at me because I ended up with the whole bottle of Hennessy. I don't even know where it came from, but I knew it was like one of his personal bottles. But he didn't mind because, you know, we're all cool. I'm sitting there on a bed holding it like it's a baby. Like, nobody's gonna get this. It was terrible. So I'm sitting there just drinking it, and I got so drunk. Like, I guess my friend Brandon, I guess he was trying to, like, you know, get down with his prom date, which is cool, you know, but I think he might have been some other stuff because he was trying to do it in front of everybody. So maybe he was drinking, maybe he had other thoughts in his mind. But you know, I'm young, so I wasn't even thinking about that. I just wanted to get drunk. He got very close, and I was so drunk. like I told you, me and his prom date were already talking, like we were like already became friends. And she said something, you know, negging, not really out the way, but I knew she was playing. But I threw my cup at her, and she was wearing white. So I had a red drink, and it fucked her dress up, right? Excuse my language, because it's funny now. But she got so mad, she stormed out the hotel room and did not come back. And I kid you not, my friend Brandon was so pissed. Everybody was mad at me because, like, I guess they were trying to get something from her. Thinking about it now, everything happens for a reason. We were all drunk. She was the only girl in the room. It was probably a blessing I threw a cup at her because she shouldn't have been there. Honestly, she really shouldn't have. Past that, everybody's mad at me. We're all talking junk and shit. Like I think we started arguing after that. Me and Brandon started arguing. For some reason, like we've never really quarreled against each other. Like every time we even talk about each other, like within the four people in the group, like we've never really talked about each other because it was just some kind of weird mutual respect type of thing. Anyways, Brandon started talking about my brother, and my brother was so drunk, like he passed out on the bed. He was just unresponsive, and Brandon was sitting there just talking about him, about like how drunk he was, and then Nick just sitting there cracking up. He's drunk as hell too. I don't know what came over me, but I was just so drunk that I I just started a fight like with Brandon. Like, I was just pissed. I started talking about his mom because I was just mad that he was talking about my brother, and I had to be drunk because I did not like my brother around this time. I hated my older brother. Like we used to fight in the street. We used to argue all the time. I set his clothes on fire. I've done a lot more worse stuff that I can't even say on YouTube or this podcast of what I've done to my older brother. I've got kicked out of my house for the stuff I've done to him to torture him. Oh, one time, side note, I threw a cat in a bathtub while he was in the bathtub. That's how much I hated my older brother. So this tells you how drunk I really was. We started arguing, me and Brandon, and then we just got into a fist fight. It was the quickest 5 hits we gave each other, and then we just started laughing. And it was just the craziest thing. And then I blacked out again. I blacked out, and I don't know how much noise we were making because we were young, and all I hear was boom, 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 boom. It was the freaking police. The police showed up. Oh my God, it was crazy. So the police showed up, and what's funny is they showed up while I'm in the midst of blacking out. I woke up to them asking my older brother his address and his phone number so they can get in touch with our parents. And he's telling them the Beverly Hills address. What was it? 90210? We still joke about that to this day. That's how drunk he was. Like he was on the floor, passed out. Like in a sober mind, you would have thought he was dying. Like that's how drunk he was. I blacked out after that, and then I woke up to, oh my God, I woke up to my mom. I'm in the hallway, right? I'm in the hallway, sitting down. My pants are like to my ankles. Because, I used to sag. I thought I was cool. My pants are to my ankles. I'm sitting with a pile of throw up next to me. And it's my mom here, and it's Nick's father right here. I don't know how long it took for them to get there, what has been said. I'm just sitting there just drunk. And I'm talking. I don't even know what I was saying, but I was talking. I'm like, ugh. And I passed out on my throw up. It was just terrible. So I black out again. Now, in the midst of me blacking out, I did not know these next steps of what transpired. I was so drunk that I was put into a straitjacket. That's what everybody kept telling me. Everybody's like, you didn't remember that? Like, no, that's how drunk I was. I literally blacked out. And they said I was in a straitjacket because I was acting crazy. I was arguing. Now, this part I do remember. I remember arguing with the ambulance driver because they thought it was funny. They were making jokes. They were antagonizing me, I guess, because they thought it was funny. So I'm pissed off at them. I'm telling them they need to save my brother's life because my brother was in the ambulance hooked up to an IV because he was so drunk he needed fluids. So I'm just, and I didn't even realize I was in a straitjacket that whole time. I'm in the back of the ambulance in a straitjacket. My brother's on an IV, and the ambulance drivers they're fucking with me. Okay, I'm just gonna say, I don't like to cuss, but they're fucking with me. I black out again. And this is the longest blackout I had of the whole night. I don't know what happened to my friends at this time. I just know that I blacked out and I was laying down. I was very comfortable. I didn't hear anything. I just saw white, like a white light. If I kid you not, I thought I was dead. I thought that I was in heaven. I woke up in a hospital room. I woke up looking at the hospital light. I thought I was gone, like I thought I was dead. I thought I was in heaven hearing angels, but it's just the background noise of the nurses. So I wake up, hospital room. My brother's on the other side of me, laying down, getting his fluids. My mom is just sitting there quiet, and I didn't even realize that I was on a phone the whole time. I'm over here telling my granddad. Now, side note, my father passed away when I was younger, so my granddad stepped in, and I never really liked my grandfather when I was younger. So I'm on the phone with him, telling him how much I love him, telling him how much I thank him for all this stuff he's done for me, and blah blah blah. He's sitting there laughing at me. I think he came up to the hospital. I don't quote me. I was just so drunk I can't remember. I just remember him saying, I don't think it was afterwards, like, if you feel this way towards me, then you shouldn't tell me while you're drunk. Tell me while you're sober. But I didn't know he was laughing at me, and I'm sitting there trying to pour my heart out to him. Obviously, I'm drunk, and that's the last thing I remember of the whole night. It was just the most craziest. I've never ever have been that drunk. My brother ended up having alcohol poisoning. He ended up I'm not sure if he had the whole stomach pump thing, but I know he had to get fluids because he was dehydrated. I want to say he was dehydrated because he was getting fluids. Me, I was just stupid drunk, and I woke up. I don't even think I had a hangover. When you're young and you can drink like that and not have a hangover. I didn't have hangovers until I got like in my 20s. Even after like blacking out, like that's insane. So I woke up in my room, and the next day I'm obviously on punishment. I did sneak out the house to go talk to my friends to see what happened. Everybody's in the neighborhood knows about what happened. They know about the fight. They know about my brother passing out. And then we just pretty much moved on. Me and my friend who fought, we just became friends after that. We saw each other and laughed about it. And then, yeah, we would still have our drunk nights. It's just a lot of crazy stuff, crazy incidents we shouldn't have been in. But we were young, boys will be boys, as they say. No harm, no foul. That's probably why I don't like drinking now. I drank so much when I was younger. I don't, like, I drink now, like, when I'm having fun, but I don't want to get, like, that drunk again. That always like scared me, especially when you get older. Like when you're young, you have no responsibilities, whatever. I'll wake it off, I'll sleep it off or whatever. But now it's like, when you have kids, and that hangover is a scary thought because you don't want to deal with it. You got work in a couple days. It's gonna take me a couple days to even get my mind right. It's gonna take me about 2 or 3 days to sleep off a hangover and get right again. Like, you gotta sweat it out, you gotta rehydrate, you gotta meditate and exercise it off. I ain't got time for it. Give me a beer and I'm good. I love beer. Like, even back then I was still drinking beer, and actually now it's like I have a hate love with beer because my metabolism has slowed down, so I can get my beer gut, my beer belly off of it. Nobody really wants that, so we just do what we do. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, my story time about the drunkest night I've ever been. And remember, don't drink and drive, don't drink and fight, and don't drink and pass out to the point that you end up in a straitjacket. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. This is a podcast of Thoughts of a Blerd. It's your boy Bo Reason from VoLife. Remember to stay positive, stay healthy, stay happy, stay woke. And on that note, my friends, adios.